Here's a conversation about planning for travel between Sarah and John. Delves deeper into the planning aspects, providing more detailed advice for improving your English speaking skills. Sarah: Hi John, how's your day going? John: Hey Sarah, it's going well, thanks. How about you? Sarah: I'm good. Actually, I was thinking about planning a vacation. Do you have any suggestions? John: That's exciting. Do you have any specific destinations in mind? Sarah: Not really. I'm open to suggestions. I want to go somewhere with a mix of culture, good food, and beautiful scenery. John: Have you thought about going to Italy? It's got everything you are looking for. Sarah: Italy sounds amazing. What cities do you recommend? John: I'd say start with Rome for the history and culture, then maybe Florence for art and Tuscany's scenery, and end with Venice or the Amalfi Coast for beautiful views and relaxation. Sarah: That sounds perfect. How many days do you think I'd need to see all of that? John: I'd suggest at least 10 to 12 days. That way, you can spend a few days in each city and not feel rushed. Sarah: Great idea. What's the best time of year to visit? John: I think late spring or early fall is ideal. The weather is pleasant, and it's not as crowded as in the summer. Sarah: Good to know. Any tips for booking flights and accommodation? John: Book your flights a few months in advance to get the best deals. For accommodation, I'd recommend staying in a mix of hotels and Airbnb. That way, you can experience different types of lodging and maybe save some money. Sarah: Sounds like a plan. Do you have any must-see attractions in those cities? John: Definitely. In Rome, you have to see the Colosseum, the Vatican, and the Trevi Fountain. In Florence, visit the Uffizi Gallery and the Duomo. And in Venice, don't miss St. Mark's Basilica and a gondola ride. Sarah: Those all sound incredible. What about food? Any must-try dishes? John: Oh, you are in for a treat. In Rome, try the pasta carbonara and gelato. In Florence, bistecca alla fiorentina is a must. And in Venice, definitely try the seafood and cicchetti. Sarah: Yum, I can't wait. Do you have any other travel tips? John: Just a few more. Learn a few basic Italian phrases, it goes a long way. Also, try to pack light and bring comfortable walking shoes. You'll be doing a lot of exploring. Sarah: That's great advice. Thanks, John. I'm feeling really excited about this trip now. John: I'm glad to help. You're going to have an amazing time. Let me know if you need any more tips or advice while you are planning. Sarah: I will, thanks. I better get started on my research. Talk to you later. John: Anytime, Sarah. Have a great day. Sarah: Hey John, can I ask you a few more questions about Italy? John: Of course. What do you want to know? Sarah: I was wondering about transportation. What's the best way to get around in Italy? John: For getting between cities, the train system is really efficient and relatively affordable. In the cities, walking is often the best way to explore, but public transportation like buses and trams are also good options. In Venice, you'll be using a lot of boats. Sarah: That makes sense. Should I rent a car at all? John: It depends. If you plan to explore the Tuscan countryside, a car can be really useful. But for the major cities, it's better to stick with public transportation and walking to avoid the hassle of parking and navigating narrow streets. Sarah, got it. What about currency? Should I bring cash or rely on cards? John, it's good to have some cash on hand for small purchases, tips, and places that don't accept cards. But most places in the cities accept credit and debit cards. Just make sure to notify your bank about your travel plans to avoid any issues. Sarah, that's helpful. Are there any cultural tips I should be aware of? John, yes, a few. Italians appreciate politeness, so always say please and thank you in Italian, per favor, and grazie. Dress modestly when visiting churches. And don't forget to try to blend in and avoid looking too much like a tourist. Sarah, thanks for the tips. I'll keep those in mind. One last question, how about safety? John, Italy is generally safe, but like any tourist destination, you should be aware of pickpockets, especially in crowded areas. Keep your belongings secure and be cautious at ATMs. Sarah, thanks, John. I feel much more prepared now. John, anytime, Sarah. If you need any more advice, don't hesitate to ask. Enjoy planning your trip. Sarah, thanks. I'm really looking forward to it. Have a great day. John, you too, Sarah. Happy travels. Thanks for watching. Do like and subscribe.